Alright, so, welcome all, this is DFuxa, and welcome to Battle Brothers. This is a game that, well, it came out this year, and it was played by Cornish Knight, who I'm basically familiar with, his videos and such. And he made a common occurrence basically including me in his Let's Plays, and I was like, yep, I've got to get back at him for that. So, I figured we're going to jump into Battle Brothers for a Let's Play. And we'll see how well I can do in it. See how far I go. We'll start a new campaign here. Call this Fuxa's Company, I guess, just to be generic. And yeah, we'll keep this stuff on for now. Pick ourselves a flag. I like that raven. There's the boar flag. Lots of flags. What one speaks to me on most, I guess. Alright, so that's all the flags. Let's go to the raven, I guess, here. And basically, in this game, you're managing a mercenary company at the, basically through the gameplay. And just like this late game crisis, I'm going to set this to RAM for now. I could set this to be like War, Green Sea Invasion, Undead Scourge, other stuff, basically just like, campaign events that will basically happen. But we're just going to go into RAM for now, because I don't really care what happens. We're probably not going to get that far anyways. Just to throw it out there. This is a game that can be sort of difficult. We're going to put in Veteran for now. Provides balanced playing experience that can be quite challenging. Recommended for veterans of the game or genre. That's fine for me. Put the combat difficulty on Veteran. I'll put the starting funds in high for now, and we're just going to put in Iron mode. And we'll see how I go from here. It all went wrong. 2 days ago, the company was hired to track down Hoggart the Weasal and his band of raiders. But it was them who found you first. An ambush. Some jokes about horses cut short by an arrow to the throat. Arrows shooting in from everywhere and nowhere. Men holler and scream, their great volume before death. As the hail subsides, you draw your weapon with the rest of the men, only to collapse to your knees. An arrow has punctured your side. You shout in pain. A hairy glance sees the men charged about you to make a valiant last stand. And enforce as steel clashes with steel. You meet eyes with the captain, a last nod before his throat is cut. You're left in command now, of what few men remain. Trembling in pain, you lean on your sword, and with all your will you can muster, slowly rise again. To the end! Alright, so they're dead. That guy's fleeing. Alright, so this is basically like the start of the game. You're basically got like a small, band of brothers who have survived an ambush. Lots of people are dead. Now you're just going to basically try and do what you can to stay alive, I guess. Alright, let's see here. You are going to do a bolt at this guy. That'll work out well. And then you can just reload. Have this guy step up and take a swing. So basically I've got different abilities I can basically do here. I got like the split man, which is basically like a basic attack with the two-handed axe here. The lumberjack's axe actually by way of what I'm using. I also got a round swing, which basically does like, a round swing around myself and destroy shields. But we're just going to go split man here. Down he goes. And you can go here, here. And we're just going to put on spear wall, so if this guy steps closer, he's going to get knocked by a spear. Moved up there, apparently. That's fine. A crossbow. And I'll have you step here and just doing our split man. Alright, so the aim was destroyed in 2 rounds. Basically, these are the guys who survived. We'll talk about them in a moment. There's my loot. I'll take that loot. I'll leave. You're alive. You've won. The adrenaline fades, and in its wake, you can't help but sink back to the ground. Gritting your teeth, you snap the arrow shaft. Your chest heaves, pain for breaths. Everything blurs. The company has been devastated, cut down to but a few men. And that bastard Hoggart does justice to his name, fleeing like a weasel he is. What now, Captain? A voice says from behind. It's Torvald, who sits down beside you, bending his bloody axe on his legs. You turn to him to reply, but before you can answer, he continues. Bernhard is dead. They slit his throat. He was a good man, and a damn good leader. But all of it took was one mistake. That makes you the one in charge now, don't it? Orc joins the two of you, still breathing heavily. Then engulfed. Save the ceremony and points for another day. Let's give the men a good burial and return to Horum to collect our pay. The Weasel's men are slain, after all. Besides, Captain, we ought to see through that wound before we lose you too. We wouldn't want to leave Hork in charge, right? So be it. Alright, so we basically finished our battle here. And apparently we're down in the south of this map here. It'll be interesting to look at, but whatever. Let's just head over here to Horum. I pause? I'm paused. There we go. Yeah, I can like basically move around on the map here. So this is like, the main place, one of the main places you're basically going to be in this game. It'll be like moving around the map and going from destination to destination and entering combat. Alright, so what a story display it must be for the onlookers who arrive in Horum. 4 bloodied and beaten mercenaries down on their luck. The man who hired the company days ago, returns to Horum, no doubt expected you to return in more glorious fashion. Still, he welcomes you to his house and offers bread and wine, while Sir DFuxa is a healer. Few words are exchanged except for the occasional grunt and wheeze as an elderly man with shaky hands tends to your wounds. A pin pierces your skin, the first of many stitches to come. Grit your teeth so you can think you hear one break. Winrich of Horum sits beside you and asks if you took care of Hoggart. You shake your head. We killed his men, but the weasel eluded our blades in the end. The healer waves around a glowing fire poke, suggesting he wants to push it into your wound. You nod and he does so. For a moment, that's all there is. You're not a man, but pinch of fire, flesh with flame, a golem of pain. Winrich of Horum hands you a goblet of wine. You did well, Sellsword. The brigands have been removed, though it's a shame that Hoggart still lives. We expect to get paid for this. Winrich of Horum gasps. Well, naturally! 400 crowns as agreed upon. He gestures toward a servant who rushes to your side with the pay in hand. I wonder, may I make use of your services one more time? I'd very much like to end the headache that is Hoggart once and for all. And I would pay you again, of course. Another 400 crowns, shall we say. Yes, Taurus scoffs and turns to drink more wine, but Ingolf stands to speak. Yes, the company is in ruin, but we will rebuild it. Without Fuchs's company, Torvald will drink the crowns away and end up begging on the streets. Hork, by the gods we all know, he'd go chasing the womenfolk until one stove his rod head in. We need to fix this company. It's all we have. What say you, Captain? Torvald burps and raises his cup to you. Hork playfully thumbs his nose and nods. Kill that bastard Hoggart or not, it's up to you, Captain. Alright, so yes, we have unfinished business with Hoggart, or no, we'll find our fortune elsewhere. I could skip this, but let's just jump into the unfinished business and let's go from there. Winrich of Horum claps his hand in satisfaction. Excellent! My little birds will need some time to find where Hoggart is hiding his hide right now. In the meantime, I suggest you see some stocking up on supplies so you will be good and ready to end this when the time comes. I shall see you in a few days, time at the latest. As you leave Winrich of Horum's house and stand on the outskirts of Horum, Ingolf seeks a word with you. We need more men, Captain. I know I gave a big speech back there, but bravado won't do shite. We need more warm bodies in the ranks. Figure we need 3 good men. Buy them some decent weapons and dress them in the best armor we can afford. Man pauses to glance around. I bet this Bonduck town's got a desperate peasant or two looking for a new life. Or we could travel to Ivendorf in the north. Them city folk aren't always as hardy as these country bumpkins, but we're more likely to find men with fighting experience stopping the rest there. That's what we should do. Alright, so, welcome to Horum, a small fishing village made up of a few humble huts. So basically at this stage of the game, I need to basically, rebuild a company and go after this guy, the Weasel. Alright, so we got a harbor here that I can use to travel around. So if I want to, I could go here to travel to other places, but we're not going to do that. We got some people to hire. We got marketplace. Let's see who's around to hire. So we got a fisherman apparently. Background fishermen. Fishermen are used to physical labor. We got like backstories for these people, what their upfront cost is, their daily wages if you take them. We got a tailor over here. I'm probably going to take a tailor because there's actually use for these guys, and I'd rather take these guys early than later. So we'll hire him. We got ourselves a caravan hand. Those guys basically run around with caravans. They usually come with a little bit of gear, so they're not useless. There's a fisherman, by the way. He comes with a fishing net, but this guy has some actual experience too, which is nice. And we got this guy down here. He's a vagabond. Vagabonds are used to long travel, but don't sell in anything particular. So he's basically average to what this guy's all about. These guys aren't bad, but I might take the caravan hand because he's actually going to be kind of decent, I think, because he's got a higher, basically how this game works. The higher the daily cost for these guys, usually the better they are. So I might go after this guy right here. Vagabond I'm not so sure about, but his upfront cost is very low. Might take him just for that reason. We'll take this guy. We'll take that guy. If I go to the marketplace here, they've probably got some very cheap goods. So if I want to get like a buckler, get a pitchfork here. I got a dagger right now. I've got a hatchet. Those aren't like the greatest weapons, but I can put them on people. But I would like the idea of getting the pitchfork, so let's get that. Pitchfork's actually really useful for stuff. And let's just spear in here as well, but who do I want? Actually, what I really should do at this point is just check out what these guys are like. And then we'll go from there. So, I'm going to leave for a moment. We'll pause the game here. So I got my objectives here. I got to visit Ivendorf, north of Horum, and buy some weapons and armor for my men. But let's just check out my men for now. So, we're basically going to start out with 6 guys here. I'm not sure if these guys are going to live or not, so I'm not going to name anyone. But I'll know if I want to. I can click on these guys, basically name them whatever I want to. So if you're interested in possibly being named in this game, let me know, and I'll throw you in there. So let's see what these guys are good at. These guys are my initial 3 brothers over here. And if you look at their backgrounds, you'll basically see basically background companion. Inigo's not known to be a big talker, but he has every right to be. An assassin would have killed you in a pub were it not for his men. With quick whirls and whips of his shield, the man deflected all manners of moral danger. Although rather quiet, you're found Inigo's place in the shield wall to be rather indispensable. So there's this guy, that guy, was accompanied from the very beginning, took part in 1 battle and has 2 kills. Most powerful opponent is anxious to bring Thug. Basically, brewing and at times suicidal. It's no surprise that Torval was frequently found diving into battle with nothing more than a large two-hander. In a fit of bloodthirsty rage, he once impaled 2 goblins on 1 pike. He'll use any weapon you give him, but Torval has proclivity towards those that can make calamity ruin on a man's body. Then we've got this guy, Hork. Hork is one of those talented marksmen you've encountered in your travels. A clever bowman, he once loosed 2 arrows simultaneously to kill a charging set of brigands. While he has a fondness for killing from afar, Hork's no slouch in close quarter combat. So basically, you got all these guys here. He's good at like archery down here, as you can see, because he's got like 2 stars. So I'll basically know a few things like eventually as we go along here. But for now, I'm just going to try and get into the battle stuff, so we won't go too much into depth. And for the most part, I like how these guys are sort of set up right now. This guy's got fairly good range. Got a dagger apparently for defense. I don't know why, but whatever. Alright, let's see here. So we got this guy here. This is Comrade Ironjaw, the Vagabond. Comrade did not have a business acumen to protect his inheritance from debtors, lawmen, and other maleficent men. Now he wanders from with the last of his crowns jangling in his pocket. Like any good impulsive man, he flipped the coin on whether or not to try his hand in mercenary work. Mucking about his violent land and surviving with all his limbs is a lot more than some folks can say. So this guy is greedy. He wants more. So I gotta watch out for this guy because he'll always want more money. So this character is greedy and will demand a higher daily payment than others with a similar background. as well as being fast to leave you if you ever run out of crowns. So this guy will be the first to leave if I run out of money, or he'll basically demand for money. Got an Iron Jaw. This character shakes off hits that would cripple a lesser man. So this guy's got a threshold sustained injuries and is getting hit is increased to 25%. So he basically takes injuries more, I guess. That's good. We got this guy here, the Caravan Hand. This guy, Caravan Hand's life is tough, but Urgan would hardly stand staying in one place for too long. Caravans are physically tense places to be. One fateful evening in a dispute over gambling debts, he stove in the head of another traveler. Fearing retribution, Egwin is gone before mooring. A man like him is no stranger to danger, making him a good fit for a mercenary group. So this guy's also greedy, apparently. I got greedy people, apparently. He's bloodthirsty, so the character is prone to excessive violence and cruelty towards his enemies. An opponent isn't good enough dead. His head needs to be on a spike, so all kills are fatalities if the weapon allows. So this guy likes to kill things. And he's also double gripped. Well, that's just because he's willing to accept his weapon with like two hands, so that's why he's got the double grip there. Alright, here's the tailor. So my tailor basically, while Dethem's sisters fancied being warriors and heroes, Dethem thought of himself as a future dresser of kings. When along Lord organized an army, Dethem hailed the clothes given the sword's proper uniforms. Now the tailor looks for a new life, no matter where it takes him. A bit on a nimby-pimby side, Tim has the footwork of a sword fighter, but a sword fighting of a soft breeze. So he's not too strong, like, you know, weapon-wise, but whatever. Got good elite defense, and that's really nice. So this guy will be able to defend himself if I train him up for that. Let's see here. Thinking about, I'm probably gonna make this guy a two-hand wielder. So let's give him pitchfork. And his job is more or less going to be to stay in the back line, and we'll basically try and increase this as well as this to basically make him more stronger, I guess. At these guys, how are you guys? Alright, so these guys apparently have very poor defenses. That's not good, but whatever. Gotta deal with it. Alright, I gotta arm this guy too. Vagabond. Got good fatigue. That's actually really good, fatigue. You guys don't have good fatigue, but whatever. Let's see here. I want to give you hatchet perhaps for now. Give Tor right here to dagger, so he can basically stab people in the face if I want him to. Alright, so I need to get myself, by the looks of it, 3 shields for these guys and maybe some better armor if I can. And I got this thing here, so we should probably put that on someone. Give it to this guy. So now this guy can basically bandage an ally if he needs to. That's what these bandages are for. Clean bandages can be used in combat to apply pressure to bleeding wounds and stop any hemorrhaging. So, good for keeping my guys alive. I actually looked at this stuff. So, Survivor. Why won't you just stay dead? This character is a survivor and will outlive most of his peers. There's an average chance to survive if struck down and not killed by fatality. That's really, really good. That's actually really good, because it means if it gets this guy gets killed, he may not get actually killed. Combat. You're bright, you're bloodthirsty, you're pessimist. Ugh, I got 2 fitness and I got a gluttonous guy. Oh well. Alright, first things first, let's go in here. I'll try and buy any bucklers I find. I know there's at least this one right here, so we'll buy this. And I could buy hats and stuff in here, but I'm not really sure I need them. There's a lot of amber shards in here, so that's worth knowing. So it's worth knowing in this game you can actually trade stuff around. I could actually buy this amber, for example, and then possibly trade it for somewhere else. So maybe I'll take a little bit of amber to the city above, and I'll see if I can sell it for something. I bought it for 263, and I want to basically sell it for more than that, is the idea. Okay, let's see here. So technically they all have like stuff on their heads, so that's good. let's give him that for now. And I want to go up to Ivendorf here, so let's just travel the road up to Ivendorf. So up here, I'll note by the way, you've got like provisions, you've got tools, you've got ammunition, you've got medical supplies. This stuff will diminish as you go along, and you have to basically watch out for it. Alright, along the way, as Ivendorf's skyline appears on the horizon, Orc seeks a word with you. Never been to Ivendorf before, but I've been around ones that look a lot like it. Cities like these are great for selling goods, basically like this amber I bought, as all those prissy, pompous pricks love to have their goods delivered. With so many merchants, you can find almost everything you need to. Keep an eye out for bargains, and don't get swindled by the cutthroat merchants. Torvald sees fit to add his own opinion on what we should do. If there's a good tavern, I say that's where we should go first. Nothing helps a man down who has luck more than a good pint. God knows we've earned it. Orc shakes his head. You say that every time we stop into town. You say that even when you're already drunk. I'll keep it in mind. And yes, there's taverns. Gotta have taverns in these games, you know? Alright, some peasants just showed up, but before I basically do anything else, I'll note that each of these places have, like, you know, different, like, resources that we collect and stuff. So we got fishing huts down here, we got amber collector. Up here we've got a brewery, so the brewery produces large quantities of beer for both local taverns and traders that could be, like, bought and sold elsewhere. There's some ruins. Once part of a nearby settlement, these are now burned down in abandoned ruins. The wool sparrow over here, so basically I can get refined wares, possibly like, you know, Gammonson, I guess, perhaps, would be what it'd be called. And wheat fields over here, so that's good. And look at that, there's some peasants on the road. Alright, so we made it here. Now note that if I had a chance, I could like pick up this contract, but I've already got one, so we won't worry about that. I'll know they've got a temple in here, actually really good. Temples are great for like basically healing up your guys if you need to, but I have no wound right now, so not gonna worry about that. Here's the tavern. There are new news and rumors about the patrons, so you can basically like, you know, pay for a round and stuff like that. Farmers experience for men. Patrons talk about this and that. You heard they have a mage on the council in Gurham. A real wizard. Not sure if I believe that. And I'll note that there is magic in this game, but like no real magic, shall I say. This is like sort of like a low magic type of game. There is necromancy and stuff, but for the most part, there's like no like heavy spellcasters or stuff like that. So like some shaman powers for like the goblins, but you know, not a whole lot. Alright, who we got to hire over here? So I'll note that there's like basically a lot more better quality guys over here. We got a cripple over here. That's interesting. Apprentice. Apprentices are actually really good to basically pick up because they basically can learn really easily. So I'm actually up for hiring him. And I'm actually going to hire this cripple because even though he reeks of shit and urine, he explains that his mother is scared of him in endless torture and he fought during and smelled bad. I'm basically going to buy this cripple because of the simple reason that cripples, if you buy a cripple, they're actually really, really good to have around, like, you know, it's like cannon fodder. And I will actually sacrifice guys if it's like a good idea. The Daytailor here, but that's fine. We're not going to worry about him. Just going to leave. Possibly I want to buy some bucklers and stuff like that, or pitchforks, so we'll look into that. Might get some more pitchforks, so let's do that. Now, if I want to, I could sell this like amber shards for a little bit. So I bought it for, you know, 263. If I want to, I could sell it for 291. So I made a little bit of money basically holding this amber all the way up here, which is cool. Okay, we want to get these stuff over here, so let's get these. And I need to possibly get something else. There's a bludgeon right there, a spiked mace, hatchet, a militia spear. Hook blade's actually really good to get, possibly, because these are actually really powerful weapons. Yeah, by the way, basically there's beer here if I want to. That'll basically take a while like to spoil, and it's like a food stuff. I can also sell it elsewhere if I want to, I guess. Armor down here, but we'll get to that in a bit. Let's just buy that for now. Yeah, I'm going to note that I'm going to be going for a lot of quantity with these guys. More so than quantity. Or more quality, basically. Quality is something I'll worry about later. Guys back here. You need to get to have a shield. We've already got a buckler. This guy. This guy's my apprentice. He's really good at dodging. He has good resolve. And he's got decent archery. This is a guy I'll probably want to get deranged when I get around to it, but for now, let's make him use a pitchfork. And then we've got the cripple here. So this guy, basically, he's got sure footing for a cripple. That's interesting. Hey, he starts with a wooden stick. That's funny. We'll give him that for now. Give you this. Alright, well, I probably could hire some more people, but we'll worry about it some other time. Looking at these guys, by the way, the cripple basically down here, he's got sure footing, which is actually really interesting. It basically means he's got higher melee defense than normal. So he's going to have a little bit more of that. He also cripples, so, basically he's not that great for combat, but whatever. He's actually fairly decent, I think, for a cripple. And you are the apprentice, so I want to keep the apprentice, by the way, out of harm's way, because he's actually really good if you get like a sword master or someone in the group. Who are really expensive, but they're good like later on. He's trained hard, he's got less resolve, that's not good, but whatever. He's got dexterous, so good melee skill. Not sure I really care about the melee skill, but whatever, it's alright to have it. I might make this guy a two-hand wheeler. That'll be something I might want to do. Okay, let's go to this guy. We're going to give you the buckler. That'll be good for him to have. Just to give him something, I guess. These weapons that these guys have. Got a hatchet. Probably this wooden stick isn't that all that useful, but I'll keep it around just for now. Alright, I need to get back to Mercenaries of Horum, so let's do that. I've got 800 crowns left over, which is pretty good. Considering I got, like, 8 people in my group already. That's actually a lot of people to have right in the beginning, but I also went for quantity more than quality right in the beginning, so sort of expected. Alright, so Mercenaries of Horum is pacing back and forth when you find him. He'll who damn near kill you with a fire poke is standing nearby. He's picking chunks of dry blood out of his fingernails. Mercenaries of Horum claps his hand. Finally, you're here. I have good news. We got a hold of one of Hoggart's former men. My good friend here had a nice little talk with the man, and now I know where Hoggart's licking his wounds. The healer clears his throat, splaying his fingers out like a man looking to paint them. Speaks as though he's identifying a disease he's about to exercise. The brigand known as Hoggart is hiding in a small hut on the plains to the northeast of here. Based upon my most civil discussion with one of his men, Hoggart knows the Fuga's company is on his heels, and will have gathered more men since the last time he met him. Nodding, Mercenaries of Horum waves you off. Look, sellsword. We'll return with his head. Alright, so. I'll note that, there's still a fishman here, but whatever, we're not going to worry about that. What do we got for positions here? So, I'll note that usually in these, like, far-flung towns, some things are more expensive than others, so if I want to get, like, dried fish, that's actually... whatever, it's whatever. But I actually get that food if I want to. Why not? We'll get some dried fish. I'll note that all this stuff basically spoils after a certain amount of time, so I have to watch out for it, but whatever. Tools are really expensive in here. Alright, let's get to this. So, we're gonna leave. Alright, so where do I need to go? Travel to Horus Refuge northeast of Horum, so I want to go northeast. Where am I going now? This is northeast. Ah, there it goes. I gotta go all the way up here, apparently. Alright, well, get to it. Let's see here. Has anyone been talking in my chat? I don't know if anyone's even watching at this point, but that's fine. This is sort of like the test episode to just like, series to come in the future. Alright, well, we're slowly making up to our destination over here. Alright, so prepare for combat. Your scouts report that he has been seen the following. So, I got a few brigand thugs to fight, a brigand poacher. That's probably Hoggart right there. Engage! Alright, so. A brigand poacher, brigand thug, brigand thug, brigand thug, and then Hoggart somewhere back there as well. Alright, we're going to have you do a little bit of a waiting. And wait. There's Hoggart the Weasal. So basically, what I've got to do here, I gotta basically cut through all these guys. I got more numbers than them, but my guys are probably weaker than theirs, considering I've got like, a beggar and stuff like that in my party, but that's fine. Let's just wait for this guy to shoot at us first. Alright, I'm good with that. And wait. Move that guy out there. Let's see here. My plan will be more or less to rush these guys, so... Let's go up here. I'm going to shield ball right there. Shield ball. Right there. Wait if I need to. Now, I'm going to basically advance all these guys around my other guys here because it actually keeps them like out of like harm's way for arrow fire from this guy. So you can go right there. You can go up here to get a little bit more space. Go up there. Heal wall up. Hoggart's backing off. It's because he's a coward. His name. Alright, so round 2. You can wait. You can wait too. Oh, they got a shot off on me. So I'll note that in this game, you basically have like armor and like health. Armor's like gonna go first before your health. So basically, a lot of his armor went off before his health went down, which is great. Fortunately, still took a hit there, so that's no good. But whatever. We're just gonna keep advancing on these guys. So you're right there. You're right there. This guy over here. Right there. Wait, I guess. Well, this guy advancing is going to fire at the archer over here. Missed, but whatever. I've got these guys here. I want you to go... right there, I guess. I'm just going to get my Axeman to run all the way over here. This guy's got a pierced hand. This is like an injury that he basically has. It's going to hurt his ability to basically do anything like in combat-wise, but whatever. Then right there, I guess. Next turn, we're going to basically sort of engage in combat, but whatever. Actually, this is the next turn, so whatever. There's the first strike. Try to take a strike at his Lumberman there, but whatever. Wait. These guys all have shield walls up, so they have a higher chance of basically defending themselves, which is great. Here, go after him. There's a nice quick swipe to that guy. Wait. Hoggart's coming out to attack. That's, I guess to be expected. Go after him. Alright, so in this game, there's actually a morale system. These white flags mean like these guys are starting to suffer morale. This blue flag conversely means I actually got good morale having with this guy right up here, so that's cool. Over there. Okay, I want you to take a swipe at this guy here. Missed, but whatever. Gonna run up there. Fine, I guess. Let's keep your shield wall up because you're injured. I don't want to get too injured, so... Swipe, he missed. Let's just have these guys go full, like, violent on this guy. We actually swipe that guy down, so that's good. He didn't leave the archer, so he can't actually fire. These guys, once they're in melee, like, a guy in melee, they actually can't fire in melee, so... Basically, I'm going to basically keep him from doing stuff, which is nice. That's fine. Go there. Go over here and have you go... Take a swipe at Hoggart. Okay, missed, but whatever. And you can go this. Go right down there, right there. We'll have you reload. So, something to note in this game, by the way, is that your archers, they can fire basically anything that's in, like, their certain range. So, I think it's like 7 tiles for, like, the crossbowmen and 8 tiles for, like, the archers. If there's, like, guys in front or, like, stuff in front, they'll actually have a chance to hit those things instead. You don't want to watch out for that, because you could actually hit your own guys if you're not careful, but... Go for this guy. There's a nice hit in Hoggart. You can go take a jab at him. Missed again, but whatever. Back up, I guess. Oh, you went for my lumberjack over there. Finally got a hit on this guy. Go over there. There's 2 strikes from that guy. That guy's got a grazed kidney. I think that hurts him a little bit. Not really sure how much, though. Have you wait. This archer, because he can't, like, fire in melee, he had to change over to a melee weapon to attack, so that's why he's basically hitting with a simple club now. Let's have you go wait for now, I guess. And try and stab him. Nice, I almost killed him. That was a miss, but whatever. Take 2 swipes. Down he goes. I want this guy to charge down to Hoggart, I guess, so... Go here. Go right there. That actually hurts morale because now it's basically surrounded by guys. And let's have you go... Here's something... No, you actually split shields with axes, and if I want to, okay, split this guy's shield so he can't attack as well. We're just going to do a quick split man, I think. Because of the simple fact I don't want to break his shield, because it actually will increase his damage with his weapon, because he'll be two-handing it. Just going to do that. I missed that strike, but whatever. Okay, you get to wait. And get to wait. Get to come down here and do a big, impale maybe. Alright, so when you basically have a full flag like that, that means that the guy's completely broken. And he's actually going to try fleeing from you, so... We'll have a wait there. If I missed again. Well, go there, I guess. Down he goes. And I want to basically get this guy completely surrounded. So go right here. Swipe at him. Go right there and swipe at him. Down he goes. Alright, so. Victory. The enemy was destroyed in 5 rounds. Basically, I took a little bit of injuries on Ugin here. We also had, you know, a bit of armor damage on him as well. But whatever, we can just fix that up. There's the loot I basically got. I got a signet ring I can sell to fetch a good price the next time in the city. There's some edible mushrooms. Ground grains. We got some crowns I can basically, you know, use for buying stuff. There's some tools and supplies. There's some ammunition. You know, good unit for ammunition. Quivers of arrows. Wooden stick. A falchion. A wooden shield. So all good stuff basically pick up. Hoggart lies dead in a pool of his own blood, skewered into a grotesque and panicked pose. He didn't weasel his way out of this one. You put a boot on his corpse and look at your men. Order company for all the men who've fallen. Orc spits on the dead man's face. Let's take this bastard's head and get back to Horam. Time to get paid. Alright, so that's basically done. Now I gotta get back to Horam and basically get paid, so let's do that. And so far we're doing pretty good. We're basically at day 2 midday. Slowly the sun's creeping around. Along the way, Orc joins your side. Got a moment, Captain. Not for him to speak his mind. The battle has left some gear worse for wear, and some men got a good nicking too. We can patch up both men and equipment while marching, but it's a lot faster to set down and do it. Of course, if we make camp, we should beware of ambushes. A campfire in these parts can be seen from every which way. I'll keep it in mind. Yeah, if I want to, I can actually camp. Which basically lets me like heal my guys and recuperate. My bitray, fashion relations and stuff. I'll get into all this other stuff, you know, like sort of like in the next episode. But for now, we're just going to sort of like, you know, get this done and we'll like end the episode more or less, I guess. Maybe I'll do a mission after this, just to, you know, just for hell of it. We'll see. Alright, so we return when it's evening. The company returns to Horms as victors. Their heads held much higher this time. The DFuxa's company are not the size that they once were, but they're still a force to be reckoned with, as Hoggart learned in his final moments. Carry his head in a sack that you empty in front of Wimmerich of Horm's feet. He jumps back, but the hero quickly picks the head up, stares at it, and nods. Wimmerich of Horm approaches the brigand's bloody face and eyes it carefully. Yes, that's his ugly mug, all right. Servants, pay this man his money. Coin in hand, you raise your voice to the men. As long as there's blood coursing through our veins, as long as we know can hold a sword and shield, there shall stand our company. All through the realm, people will know the DFuxa's company. The men cheer. Ingolf puts his hand on your shoulder. You did well, Captain. No matter where you lead us, the men will follow you, as brothers in battle. Alright, as brothers, you gain 400 crowns. Alright, so we return to Horam here. There's no, like, quest basically to take up right now, but if I want to, I could hire people. Or not, I guess not, there's no one else here yet. So leave. Let's just buy some amber, I guess, to sell on the road. Buy that stuff. And those are expensive bandages, so we're not going to worry about them. I need to go through this stuff and basically see if my guys, like, you know, can equip some better stuff, so we'll have to do that. And the market's no better than it was before, so we're not going to worry about that. Leave. Alright, so I'll probably head up to Ivendorf because they had a contract there. If they're hopefully still there, I'll take it. Alright, so it looks like this is a very small faction I basically started with, but that's fine. We'll find that, I guess. Send you guys up there. Now, I'll note by the way that this guy here, he's actually injured, so he's actually gonna have to like wait a little bit to actually heal up. Something I know is that when you have like an injured guy like this, it's actually a good idea to actually consider taking him out of the roster. So we'll actually put him back here, so where he can't be like injured or anything. Actually, we'll put him in the reserve line. Then he doesn't even join in battle. This is our tunic I'm going to take off him for now. This as well, this as well. See if this is a little bit better for someone else. Like this guy, for example, could probably use better gear than what he's currently got. Sackcloth is nothing really to make use of, so put that on. Give him the short sword. Alright, a falchion. A curved sword best suited for slashing and cutting unarmored opponents. Who's the guy who's really, really good at killing stuff? One of these guys, I remember he had like the, like, you know, was one of these guys up here? Yeah, this is like all kills are fatalities. Cutting's usually a good way to kill people, so I'm actually going to switch out a spear for a falchion. And let's actually go maybe switch out this guy's thing with a spear for now. Now note that this guy actually leveled up. These guys actually have like levels in this game, so as like they go around, they'll gain experience and they'll level up a little bit. If I want to, I can level this guy's up, so basically he basically increase in stats in places. So basically, if I want to increase like his like melee skill a little bit, maybe I'll boost up his melee defense maybe, and let's boost up. He's only got 4 resolve. He's actually really low, but resolve's not going to be too big an issue early on, so I'm not going to worry about it too much, I think. I'd rather worry about, say, like, fatigue. We'll get that up a little bit more. Let's take out this woodcutter's axe for now. It's not that great to basically be using, actually. The lumberjack axe right here, is basically, like, one of the weaker weapons you can actually use. So, we're actually going to give him, like, this thing over here to deal with. That's fine, I guess. I need to get another man for like the front line here, so I'll have to look in for someone to be hired, I guess. We'll do that next city. Got full ammo, that's good. Let's help Ivendorf and see if they got a quest for me here.